gonna look at two right now. So, just so you know, when we attack an arm, we'll learn this in side control in a couple weeks or next week, actually next week. But when I can attack someone's arm, when I'm here above the head, this is called an Americana.
Okay.
This is called the straight arm bar. And then when his arm's down here, and I lift him off his back and finish behind his back, that's called a Kimura. Okay? So Americana, straight arm bar, Kimura.
Okay.
So, from here, we never chase the Americana. Because the Americana, his arm's up here. There's a lot of distance to cover from me to get to kind of that arm. Mm-hmm. And whenever I elongate my body, my base is spread over a longer distance, so I'm lighter. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so I don't want to chase this. And a lot of guys do that. They chase way up here. Meanwhile, this guy puts his hand on this knee and pushes it back and ends up in closed guard. While I'm chasing this, they're going to throw their legs around me, get in closed guard. So I never really chase this.
Okay.
Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to attack the arm first. I'm going to set him up. So he's on his side. He's playing his half guard. He's trying to get the underhook. We're playing that game. So he's trying to get the underhook. I'm just going to turn right here. Boom. Just like this. Control. And again, I'm going to start acting like I'm going to pass. Or maybe I am going to pass. My intent is to pass. But I also know that he might try to stop this pass by getting his right arm in. And I'm waiting for that. So I'm walking my foot in. I'm going to start driving my knee free, and he feels that. Then I'm going to go to mount. So he's going to try to fight his hand in right here to try to get an boom. That's what I want. As soon as that comes in, my hand on his wrist, I'm pushing it to the mat, and I'm getting my hand on my wrist. I don't let go of this no matter what. Okay? Now the first option is I'm going to push his hand straight out till his arm is 90 degrees from his body, right here. I'm grabbing my wrist. I'm bringing my forearm in by his forearm. And all I'm going to do is hold his wrist down as I pop this up, my forearm up, and I get the reverse arm bar.
Okay.
Okay?
Is he trying to roll out backwards and give you his back when you're doing that, or how is he trying to escape?
They don't have an escape from here. It's too late. He's going to try to push this knee right here and get to my back, but it's too late. So go ahead and try to push. Figure 4 your legs, and he can't. Normally, if you have your legs open, he can hip out and start escaping to my back. So you figure 4 your feet. So before he can do that, when you start to attack, you just go here, and now he can't do anything.
Got it.
From here to here.
Got it.
And then I finish. Boom. But it's important that once, if we're here and we're looking like we're going to pass, and they fight this arm in to try to defend it, that once we get this grip, we keep it locked up no matter what. We never let go here. So once I have this grip, look, I'm driving my mat to the head, and I'm getting up on a tripod. And now I'm going to take little steps over his head, and I'm going to shove my calf under his head here. Now I'm going to push off of the mat, and I'm going to sit him up right here. And I'm just going to pull. I'm pulling his elbow with this forearm here as I push his wrist behind his back. Boom, until he taps, okay? So again, one more time. I'm here like I'm passing. He fights his hand in. Boom, I lock up my Kimura grip. My head's to the mat. Tripod up, walk around. My calf's under his head. I sit him up. Normally, I'm sitting on his head, and now I'm just finishing behind his back. So let me have your bird back here a little bit more. Okay, so once I pass, and I pull my leg, once I'm here and I pull my leg out, okay, my bottom leg is just hooking his leg, okay, here. Now with this foot, I'm going to push my body over his, here. But my shoulder towards his legs is going to the mat. And now all I'm doing is using that as a lever. I can take him that way. At the end, I'm hip escaping here. Take his back. Okay? I'll walk you guys through.
Okay.
All right, so real quick.
Okay.
So Dan, once I take my leg out and I'm passing, normally on this one I would push the other side in the side control. But instead, I'm just hooking my bottom leg into his. And I'm pushing, whoops, this is the wrong leg, sorry. This one. Now I'm pushing my body weight over his body here, and look. Figure 4, I hip escape, and now I'm fighting for his back.